to Area DMG. Today we're going to unbox, or sort of unbox, the thing that you saw in the thumbnails. And the reason we're going to say sort of unbox is because as soon as I got it out of its packaging, I realized that the battery had stopped recording. And I was like, oh no, it's dead. Yike. So anyways, the plastic's been taken off of the outside of the packaging, and then the outside of the inside of the packaging. And that's this. I still have that packaging. But you know what. Anyways, also I removed, there is a code in there for a free personal pan pizza. And I removed that out. There's also a code in there for 5% off of a limited run thing. And considering how much I order from them, I'm going to use that and maybe the pizza thing. I don't know. Maybe. It's been forever since I've had anything at Pizza Hut. I don't even know where the nearest one is. Anywho, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Shredder's Revenge. Now, I love the Cowabunga collection. It's pretty cool. And this is a pretty good beat-em-up as well. They recently added some new stuff to it, including some interesting little quality of life improvements. Now, when it comes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I didn't grow up actually watching the show, mainly because my parents, or rather my mom, was in a thing called Protestant Women of the Chapel, which is kind of like one of those little proto-SJW groups that were all the rage in churches. You know, they talk about how, like, The Simpsons teaches disrespect, Dungeons and Dragons will lead your kids to the devil, Barbie teaches misogyny, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is all steeped up in mysticism and all this other stuff. And yeah, nowadays though, essentially those were like the prototypes for today's modern Twitter SJWs. You know the people. They sit there and think that, hey, Barbie promotes sexism, and all these Eastern influences like, anime are horrible and will hurt people. And of course, anything that's very machismo or whatnot is also toxic. In fact, actually one of the big things is, like, even though I was allowed to play with G.I. Joes, Mom was like, hey, you can play with the toys, but I don't know if you can watch the show, because the show is full of, it's one of those things where, sometimes parents mean well, but they keep kids, away from stuff, and sometimes that causes things to become more like, oh, this is kind of taboo, so. But, you know what? When you're an adult, you can buy your own stuff. And I've seen all the episodes of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This has 193 episodes of that, all 10 seasons of the old TV series. The old TV series is kind of bad. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of bad. There's some episodes that are better than others, but the 2003 series and then the first CGI series, much better. Much better action, much better show. This one's more about, selling toys and stuff, and it's I could take it or leave it. I feel it's okay for what it is. It's kind of cheesy, but there were much better shows around that time, like DuckTales, that were just, better. Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers is better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Gummy Bears is better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those also had, like, underlying plots, sort of. There's some sense of continuity. I will say, though, that, like, while these older TV shows are a little bit hokey and stuff, they're not as good as, like, some of the more modern ones. I'm going to come out and say, Avatar: Last Airbender is one of the best cartoon series ever created, and it's got continuity and all that stuff. Like, they have, I think when companies got away from using animated shows to sell products, they kind of lost some motivation to make more kid-oriented shows, but they also gained the ability to be a little bit more flexible in stories. I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a fun, if not a little cheesy and kind of bad in many places, TV show. Not as good as the 2003 or the CGI one. Sorry, it's not as good. Even the new one, which I think only has 2 seasons, and the movie on Netflix, that one's pretty good too. You know what? Yeah, I was going to say that the original show was kind of meh, but then the more I think about it, I'm like, no, it's still fun. I'm glad that it exists. I'm glad it got super popular because if it hadn't been for the original series, we wouldn't be playing this game. We're talking about this game right here, Shredder's Revenge. Shredder's Revenge is in the style of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or the arcade game, or TMNT Turtles in Time, which was a fantastic game. I have it on the Super Nintendo. It's great. Anyways, there's the Cowabunga collection in Shredder's Revenge. There's a most recent update to Shredder's Revenge that adds all sorts of neat little quality of life features. Just great little weird franchise all in all. But let's go into what's in this box, right? It's intended to look a little bit like an old VHS tape. Right? You can pause it and read through that if you like. Yeah? There's the top of it. I love that it's got a little for kids looking or iMotion looking version of their logo. And the inside of it, the box inside, looks a little bit like a cassette tape. Love the infinite minutes. I kind of love that. Talking about tapes. Anywho, there, we open that up. Then you have the game inside over here. The back of the game looks pretty good. Inside you have this. Tastes like turtle soup. Not really. Turtle soup tastes great. Anyhow, a little instruction manual. Some sweet little stickers of some of the characters. All the playable characters. And then a NES style Shredder's Revenge look. Nice. Now I'm going to take that out there and pop it back into here because there's also a steelbook. Steelbook looks pretty great. It's actually kind of textured, and the front looks awesome too. But yeah, that's what you get in this. You get this really cool you get this really cool steelbook and the game, of course, which I'm going to set aside here, and then the some stickers and other items, and it looks like a VHS tape. I love the way that it looks. I specifically got it on the Switch because there's not much of a difference between the Switch version and the other versions. But yeah, there it is. That's what comes in the limited run special edition for Shredder's Revenge. Excellent. Rumble up to 6 players at once. You get all 4 titles, Splinter, April, and then when you beat it, you get to unlock Casey Jones. Kind of hope that they add Metallo at some point. Or not Metallo. Chrome Dome. Metallo's a Superman villain. Anywho, but yeah, I like it. I like the game. I like the old TV series. Not as much as 2003 or the newer series, but still good. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. Did you pick this up? What do you think of the packaging that they did for it? Let me know in the comments below. And make sure you hit that like and that share button. And subscribe if you haven't already. And until next video comes out, you are now caught up.
Morning, Maya.